Okay, hello and welcome everyone to my Sanctuary Home Base Fallout 4 build. So, I'm going to get into this YouTube thing a little bit more again. I'm not going to be so much focusing on one game and stuff all the time. Let me know if you guys would like me to do like a series on this game. I always like to make things way harder than they need to be for me, so I always play on the hardest setting every game I play, and I put in a bunch of mods and whatnot to make it harder for me. But a thing I always love in every game I play is a base building implement. So some way I can build my own base and put my own creations into it. So let's get right into the Sanctuary base build and what I found that I was able to do here. So I'm pretty sure anybody who's played Fallout 4 is familiar with Sanctuary and knows that this is not what it looks like when you first get here. We're going to go through, I'm going to go right across and tell you everything I had in mind for this base as I was getting here. So the vertebrate, the inspiration or motivation for this came from, if you look up on YouTube, Fallout 4/General Dave, he has a million different bases built. He uses the PC to make it a lot easier on him. This is all in console, and I'm not going to give you every mod that I'm using just because I'm sure that if you look up his videos, he's going to give you way better ones. So, that is a mod that lets that be my vertibird that is patrolling around. I didn't want it to patrol actually, but I had so much electricity it just took off and flew, so I was like, well, okay. But I wanted it to be stationary in there to just be, you know, to show that we had one, but it started flying around, so I was like, okay, well, that's what we get for that. So, first entrance, main entrance, well, there's only two entrances, so this is the main entrance into the Sanctuary Stronghold, where you have plenty of defenses looking over. Rest in peace to the frame rate, because you know this is console, and you always have a few Minutemen on guard here. Laser turret right there. And to make sure that the front is always secure, we have the guardhouse right here, where the guards who are off duty can just, you know, hang out, cook some stuff, eat, and I haven't been on Xbox in a minute, so this is a little janky to me. So I've been playing all PS4, so forgive me. But this is where the guards that are off duty can come hang out and just, you know, be close to where action would go down, have a smoke, eat some food that you cook down there, all that. If something does pop off, then power armor's right there. You can be well protected and in the fight in a minute. This is what's his name's room that everybody finds annoying. I'm so happy I forgot his name. No, is it Garvey? It's something like that. It's the Minuteman, the first Minuteman that you get here. I figured he should have his own room right near the front so that he can protect everybody like he likes to. A little bit of Minuteman stuff on the wall there. Just a nice little room for him with a radio so he can do his own little thing in there when he wants. And the guard post right here, right from his room, looks over the bridge. Pretty nice. So if we were to get attacked and he needed to come up here, pop a few shots off, he knows that he could. So then, let's go right here next. This is the little market center that I have with just some basic shops to, you know, anybody that comes through here that has some caps they want to spend, they can get whatever they need there. This is the community housing that if you go into the right, and then this the first floor here is the community housing. So you do not have to have any money to come and hang out in here and sleep in here. This is completely free. There are no marked beds. Anybody can come in here and sleep if they need a good night's rest. That is, if these... Forgetting where I put... Oh, maybe I didn't... See, I need to look over all this again. But, yeah, so down here is the community housing. So anybody that comes by, anybody that is out in the wasteland, it needs shelter for a night, can just come by and sleep in there. Now, if you want to pay to actually have somewhere to sleep, also some food and whatnot back here. That's not how you should do that, but food and whatnot back here to keep everybody that's in this area fed. Right? So then, if you were to have a few thousand bottle caps, few hundred bottle caps maybe in your pocket, and you wanted to spend it for a little bit of a better room, more high security maybe, you can come up here, and you have 3 different rooms to choose from. Just basic bed, little spot to sit down with an ashtray. This room looks over the bridge, so that's nice. You'll get to know if you're under attack. 2 other rooms here. More open in here with a typewriter. Okay. Yep, so every room is just its own little hotel room. All ready to go for anybody that wants to buy them. Buy and rent for the night. So if you go up here, up to the roof. By the way, if you can see, a Minuteman is up there in the sniper tower now, and there's her here, so that the AIs can walk up and down this. They're totally fine with it, and they'll come up here. Pace right on up here. This one is armed with a 50 caliber sniper rifle because this is just too perfect not to be armed with that. What is he doing? Okay. So yeah, this is just too perfect not to give him a 50 cal or some sort of sniper to take it over with. And I just thought up here was just too perfect of a spot to have the mortar. This is, I mean, come on now. We need a mortar over there. Alright, they need our help at Red Rocket. Let's launch mortars over there. Like, also, I've worked on every base in this in the Wasteland quite a bit, so if you guys want to see tours of any other base, I'm guessing these are going to be, since I'm just now getting into YouTube again, I'm guessing these are going to be mostly my friends watching them or whatever, but just let me know if you guys want to see any tours of any other ones. So, one other thing that you would want in the main area before we go into the second area is a medical place. So, if we go here, we do have our own little clinic all set up, waiting room with the doctor. He's got his own bathroom, and then this is just for anybody that needs anything from the Wasteland can come in here, get their bones mended, get everything sewn together and whatnot. But this is the room that he will put somebody in if they're like dying. If this is like you're gonna die, you're going in this room, you're not contaminating other people. He sleeps back here. I could have swore I had like a nurse with him, but I guess not. Yep. Like the drugs, I like the electrical sign to tell everybody don't shock yourselves on that. I actually put quite a lot of thought into everything I did here. So, okay, so if we come into here, that, you can close that off. They can close that off and barricade that. If let's say some raiders, some super mutants ever broke in and took over this beginning area, then screw it. Give them this area. Screw that. Close the door, barricade it in, and hold it. Hold from here now. We got that turret to hold them off. If they get in here, we have another turret up here to hold them off. And then each house is set up like a individual house for everybody that would stay here. So just a nice kitchen table. People can actually set up and watch some TV. I think this room was set up, yep, this room was set up for a kid. So that would be a kid's room, whereas this would be the adult's room. You can tell this would be the room of a Minuteman. Okay, so let's go next door. I believe the next door was supposed to be the more of an indoor pub area. Actually, let's look over this. This is just a lookout for the back, so nobody can sneak up the creek towards that, from that bridge to us. And there's just always one person on guard here to let everybody know, hey, they're coming from the back. We need people over here. So that's good. And it's just to make sure nobody can sneak in and climb the walls, right? Because that happens in Fallout. So then, let's go into here. Jukebox, cigarettes. You can sit down, have a smoke. There's a bar. There's a food, restaurant, whatever you want. Codsworth is in here taking up all the room. That's cool. You smoke in here, play some cards. I believe this is just where the I know this is where those two sleep, but since there's extra beds, I guess whoever gets too drunk or whoever doesn't have a place to sleep can sleep in there too. So then, this would be the like workshop area. Any gearheads would come and hang out in here. This would be their area because you got all the generators in here powering everything. These generators power the front area, and this generator powers the back area of everything. And I wanted them to be separate so that if anything ever happened, then you wouldn't lose all your power to everywhere at once. So you got your weapons workbench, power armor. Power armor is in here in case we ever got in trouble. Somebody could run in here and get it. A few chemical stations, chemistry stations. I know there's other stuff I could put in here, just make it better. But I think I was pretty happy with this whole place the way I left it. And to be honest, I put so much work into this place, I just started getting overwhelmed and bored after a while. We're not even to the back half. There's a whole other tower back there that guards the back entrance. So, alright, so this is the first house that, everybody congregates at, and I just kind of made it its own little... If everybody got backed into a corner and was right here, then this is where they'd be. They'd be holding out at this last house in their last few little stands and just shooting everything out. And in here they just hang out, they play pool, they sleep, and I tried not to make it too cramped because since we're utilizing every single house, we don't really need to. So I kept that there. I loved how my Sheffield got into power armor. Like, it actually made this bum useful. Like, I just pretend now that this was a bum that was, like, thirsting to death out in the wasteland, and now he's my personal bodyguard with a minigun. Like, not personal, he's the settlement bodyguard with a minigun. And he finds enjoyment in that. So, this food, we need a lot of food to feed everybody. So, it's these water, they're stretching all the way into the park and everything, and we got all sorts of... I tried to have a wide assortment of food because that's how I would want it if I was actually living there. Got a couple doggies, dog meat and a junkyard dog both here, so just added security. But most of all, with all this security, all they're going to do is really be loving buddies. So I was going to make this into a bar. I think this is plain, yeah. I was going to make it into a bar because this came with this, but since we already have two other bars, I wasn't really sure what to do with this one. Maybe like a guard house where the guards would sleep or something. But this was the pad that that vertibird lands on. This is where I wanted the vertibird to be sitting, but then it took off and started flying. So I was like, all right, I'm fine with that. And just so you guys see, that's the tower that the guards will hang out in by the front. This is our water purification station with the recruitment tower, and along the walls. All the walls are completely sealed. There's no way, like, I've tried to get through all these like crazy. There's no way. No way. I've tried every little spot. So, and then every once in a while, you have a spot like this. So our place isn't just like, you can't just come here and sneak over the walls with a few people. You're going to get shot. You're going to get spotted and shot. So then this, wow, alright, let's go over here because I kind of skipped over this. I will show you the back entrance last. So, what was this one? I didn't show you guys this one, okay. Oh, this is the survivor's house. Yep, this is the lone survivor's house, so I left Sean's room the same, and then I kept his room like this with just stuff in there that he needs for people. I was pretty proud of this one too. This was just like the other tower where people can come in and hang out in here. Yep, this one's set up like a house for people to actually live in here. And then if you go around to the back, which the AI can also come up these, they can route their whole way through this, which took me a minute to do, but there's a turret there that's looking over all of this section. And it will shoot at anything coming. I guess maybe not all the way at the back gate over there, but it'll shoot like at that front house area and whatnot. So they'll come all the way up here. They'll hang out in here, which I thought I put some stuff in here. I don't know if it just deleted or what, but I could have swore I had some tables and flags in here and stuff. But oh well, this was going to be a nice little area for people to that were on guard or not on guard in the back area could hang out. So we'd have a few guards in different areas. And then, oh yeah, they definitely can. They can definitely track up here because she's up here. Oh, here's. Well, these aren't the tables. I know I put tables down there, but there's some tables for people to just sit and chill and hang out up here. And yep. So if you had like 2 people chilling there that were off guard, plus her on guard, the back area I think is going to be pretty safe. If it got hit, you're going to have 3 people running over there pretty fast. Alright, so do not mess with the Minutemen. I obviously chose the Minutemen for this one, for this account. You guys can see the Minutemen stuff everywhere. So that one's walled off. Then we get to this final house here. I think this house kind of looked like a mob boss's house. I think that's what I was going for. You could totally tell here with the setup there, but got a little bit of outlaw action in the wasteland, you know. Come on, get through that door. Alright, now. So I think that's about everything except for the back door. Let's concentrate here. Back door. Back door is here. This is just where we would, if we all got backed into a corner, there was such an overwhelming force at the front, we had to dip. We could dip out here. Or this is where if we're going to send a group of, like, say, 4 to 6 Minutemen out the back and they're going to go somewhere, we're not just going to leave them right across the bridge. They're going to go out this way. They're going to be covert ops, and they're going to go out into the night and do what they need to do. So they can come up here and just check over the area, make sure nobody's coming. If they do get hit, they got a power armor suit they can jump into here. Just a couple of Minutemen. And I believe there's a couple turrets here. There's a flame trap right there, so anybody who comes from this way gets hit by a flame trap. There's the turret up here. I thought there was another turret, but I guess not. I guess we just got the one turret back here. Well, the one turret and the 2 Minutemen guards. So, yep, that is my entire sanctuary base. This took me a long time to do, and now looking at it, I see there's spots where I could have done more, but to be honest with you, the frame rate a few times was starting to die, and a few times my Xbox actually died from trying to add even more and more. So, but let me know what you guys thought of this. Let me know if you guys would like to see any other of the areas that I have built up, or maybe I could build them up more, make them just as impressive as this one and show you guys those. Or if you guys would like a series of Fallout where I just completely, you know, kick my own ass and curse at the game a lot, because, you know, that's what I do in games, period. So, alright guys, you have a good one, YouTube, and let me know what you guys thought down in the comments. Peace out.